you want to do introduction?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TFSL with me, Cam S9, and today we're joined by one of the three Nottingham Forest managers. Not sure how you word it out. We got Hammer here. Hammer, welcome.
Thank you very much, Cam. Good to see you back.
Just before we say hi to everyone else on here, just explain how your Forest team actually works, because no one has an idea that there's three managers, I think, isn't there?
Okay, well, there's actually three initial coaches at Nottingham Forest, right? You've got me, who's the overall manager, do the ins and outs at the club, make sure everything's going to plan. And then you've got Nick Justice, who falls in line as the assistant manager. He's the number two. Everything youth goes through him. He helps with the cup team, he helps with initial tactics, and he helps with who he thinks is best for prospects to sign in the future. And then today we signed Stephen, who is a manager that's waiting for a club as well, and we was happy to bring him along for the Forest family going on. He's now joined as a personal advisor to myself to help me with my ins and outs and helping me a little bit more to progress and make sure that Forest is a team to be arguably one of the best in the Championship. Does that help?
Will it all work? Will there be any infighting going on between the three of you or not?
I honestly think with us three working together, absolutely a brilliant team and nothing could go wrong.
Fair play. Okay, before we start, I just want to thank inside forward Chris Frith for helping to start the league. Obviously, as we all know, he's stood down, he's got personal problems, whatever else. He's looking to move on. He's quit the game altogether. So congratulations to James Murray, who has taken over the reins as the game world holder. And also, two new managers. Chris Stapps is coming from Dundalk. We all know a lot about Chris Stapps. I'm not sure if he's going to be very good at the lower sides, though. What do you reckon?
To be fair, it'd be one to keep an eye on. I mean, Chris Stapps does bring his own element of surprise when he joins the game world, so it'll be good to see how he pushes forward with what inside forwards already put back down at Dundalk or whatever.
Dundalk. They're in Ireland, so no
Well,
one knows. I think Chris Stapps got a loss going there to start with, but who knows? We'll have to ask him. And also, welcome to the new Peterborough manager, Del Bonds. Now, I don't know anything about Del Bonds. Do you?
The most I can enlighten is from what my understanding is he's an actual manager in the lower leagues of the Scottish tiers. So great to have a manager like that on board, and speaks wonders to the way TFSL is going.
So he's going to be signing lots of Scottish non-league players then, is he? Okay, right. We'll start off this week. This is week 13 of the league. All the games were played on Sunday. We'll have a quick preview of the games, and then we'll have a quick preview of the cup matches that happened on Tuesday before we come back again for our preview for the Thursday's matches and our cup roundup as well. So we'll start off with Division 1. Some big games this week, Hammer. Obviously, the main game of the week is Chelsea versus Liverpool. Both clubs really are miles behind Man City, who will run away with it anyway. But Liverpool run away 2-0 winners at Stamford Bridge with Griezmann and Sturridge getting the late goals. What did you think of the game, Hammer?
Overall, both managers going into the game very attacking was a major point of who's going to come out on top. I mean, Chelsea going into it at 4-5-1, they were planning to hold the middle of the pitch and come out of the game pushing as hard as they could. But with Liverpool just pounding them with a 4-2-4 formation, quite shocking when it comes to the statistics of Chelsea having 56% of possession with only 9 shots and with only one of them being on target. For a team of Chelsea's stature, Yusuf needs to be looking at himself wondering what went wrong.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Liverpool have moved up. Liverpool, staying second. 3 clear of United, and 8 points still behind Man City. Do you think they got a strong enough side to actually catch them, or to do a title challenge, or do you reckon it's game over already?
To be fair, when you look at how Man City's doing right now, they've scored 40 goals all season so far. They've only let in 11. That's 13 wins on the bounce.
Yeah,
A goal difference of already at 29, where the closest to them is Liverpool on only 17. It's already Man City's to lose.
yeah, pretty much. Go back to the Man City game. Then Man City played bottom of the league, Brighton. Brighton looking at a lot of problems there. Beaten 4-1. It was 2-0 at half time. Jesus and Mbappe with the goals. Aguero and
Aguero.
Mbappe second half again. To be fair, Brighton look goners. You know, 1 win, 1 draw, 13 games. What else can you say about the club?
Um,
Ru-
Brighton going
ruined.
in. Brighton went into it 4-4-2. Uh, they went in with hard. They tried the mentality of we're not going to go attacking, but we really don't want to be defending. They tried the long ball against City, down both flanks. Didn't really help them at all. Only 36% possession. Whereas on the other hand, same as Liverpool, a 4-2-4 formation coming out to play. And it was attacking as well. 64% possession, 24 goals, 12 on target. No surprise. No surprise when you say 4-1 was the scoreline.
City deserved it all together then, yeah.
When you look at the stats, it's hard to say that City didn't deserve to win that much. If they would have scored less, you might have been arguing, is their strike force really up to the challenge?
So we've got Brighton now, and well, Brighton now are 9 points from safety. Great, we're only in the season, so that's quite hard for them. Right, moving on to third place is Manchester United. Change about this game. Played 19th place West Ham, 1-1 draw, both goals in the second half. West Ham played attacking, Man United played defensive. Surely, if you're the Man United manager, you're playing a team second from bottom. Surely you've got to go and destroy them. Do you not think? Especially if West Ham are struggling.
When you look at it, I was just looking through and I was like 4-2-3-1, that's the Man U formation, right?
Yeah.
They're playing very defensive. I was expecting to see somewhere like the 60th minute them switch it up to ultra attack and absolutely pummel West Ham, but nothing. Man U went into the game not expecting to win it. From what it looks like, they wasn't playing to win. They played the possession game well, getting 55% possession. They had nearly double the amount of shots. West Ham only had one on target the whole game.
Exactly.
That answers massively to how Dan is planning for Man U to play this season.
But then,
Cavani getting West Ham their goal, a huge signing for them. If they're going to stay up this season, from what it looks like so far, they're in a relegation scrap. West Ham having Cavani on their team, goals like that could be what makes them survive this season.
still 6 points from safety though. 6 points away from Crystal Palace and Watford. So still a lot of work to do for Hudson down there. Just have to see what happens over the next few weeks. They're coming into a bit of their own. I think they've won 2, drawn 1, and lost one of the last 4. So their form's not that bad. But not sure if you can turn it around. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Quickly go through the other games in the league. Tottenham stay in 4th place after a 1-0 win at home against Southampton. Harry
Harry,
Kane scored the 18th minute. And Dele Alli was sent off in the first half as well, which is going to be a big blow for them, especially as he's going to be a big player coming into the next few games.
yep.
Newcastle move up the league after a 1-0 away win at Wolves. Mariana Diaz scored the goal and signing from Real Madrid. He looks to be a good little striker down there, doesn't he?
For value wise, very good. I mean, Newcastle dominating the game again. Another manager playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. Oh, I love that formation. How much did they pay for Diaz? 7 million plus Jacob Murphy and Holy Luz, that Spanish striker that
Yeah.
Newcastle have.
I think that's around 12 million
It's around
altogether.
for a £10 million worth of striker. I think that's a fair value.
Yeah.
He could end up helping their season massively.
Well, they're up into 5th. Now, I don't think no one actually thought Newcastle would be that high, but yeah, they're up into 5th. Currently being chased by Huddersfield, who are in 6th. We're not going to really talk about that game. Huddersfield nil, Leicester nil. That's the whole conversation for that one. Ball draws we don't like on the show, so any ball draws just going to get marked straight over. Moving on a
Everton,
little bit, we've got
Everton,
Everton in 8th. They stay 1-0 loss to Bournemouth, though. Lozano with his first goal for Bournemouth in 13 appearances.
which
He really needs to start firing.
puts them equal on points.
Yeah, just two goals in it. 2 goals
Hmm.
different is all it is. Celtic, I'm actually surprised Celtic are 10th. Nobody likes them in the English league due to the fact that it's the British league, but you know they're the only Scottish side around. Unfortunately, they got beat this week by Watford 2-0. 2 first half goals by Quaresma, Capel sealed the victory for Watford. What do you reckon Celtic's chances are this season?
They've secured a few decent little signings, haven't they? I'm just having a look through their squad right now. Um, on squad terms, yeah, they could survive. They could survive, but pushing top 10 is a big ask for Celtic this season, at least.
Well,
Um,
they're in 10th at the moment, so keep that bit of form up. They could stay there.
league form, Celtic, yeah, 10 points in the last 6 games. They're doing well.
3 wins and 1 loss in the last 4 games as well,
Hmm.
which is good for them. Moving on to the other games that we've finished in the league. Burnley 0, Cardiff 2. Obviously, Cardiff are a team who are also in the relegation zone at the moment, 18th place. 5 points from safety. They really needed that away win there, or they were going to be badly in the mix. Actually surprised though, Thoreau and Reniero with the 2 goals.
Bit of experience right there.
Yeah, well, Ranieri is actually only a 24-year-old striker, so who should rise, to be fair. He looks like a good little player down there. And the only other game in the league which we've got to talk about before we finish the roundup of the Division 1, Arsenal 0, Crystal Palace 1.
A
Um,
London derby, John Obi
London,
Mikel, 16 minutes.
can we just point out former former Chelsea midfielder,
Hmm.
John Oakley. I don't think Ross McLean's going to be too happy with that result. You?
Going on the stats, he came into it with a 4-3-3. You got 59% possession, 17 shots, 18 on target. No, sorry, 8 on target. My bad, I nearly made him sound a lot worse than what they actually did. Arsenal, I'm going to look at the squads quickly, right? Mm, they arguably rested a few players in this game, and that arguably could be what cost them it. I mean, when you're resting your best left back, one of your best centre backs against a team that is still competing quite well with their rating wise. I mean, Zaha is no mess about player to go up against, and you're going to rest 2 of your best defenders against a player of that stature. You're asking for things to happen in a game like that, and I just think Arsenal really underestimated Crystal Palace in this game.
Yeah. But then Arsenal's form, they're 12th in the league, 13 games, 5 wins, 6 losses. Got more losses than wins. Arsenal should be one of the top 6. He's going to be just going to have a very pulling his hair out season, to be fair.
Mm.
They should be higher than that. And they've only had 2 wins in the last 6 games as well. Really got not much else to say. Hopefully we can hear something from Ross and can explain what's going on down there. But I think they're going to struggle this season. I don't think they're going to make the top 6. I'll actually be shocked if they make the top 10 the way they're going at the moment. But anyway, that's the roundup of Division 1. I'll quickly move on to Division 2 right now.
We start at Fulham.
Obviously, your team Forest is in it. We'll start at Fulham, yeah. Fulham 2, Preston North End 0. Antonio Sanabria with the first half brace for them. They're looking very tasty at the top of the league there.
Very tasty striker right there as well. 8 goals in 12 games.
Even their form, they've won the last 5 on the trot now, Fulham. Very much team to not be messed with. I can't see anyone stopping them in this league, to be fair. Apart from your team, Hammer, obviously, of course. But yeah, no, I think they've got a good side. I think they've bought well. And I think they're going to do very well this season.
I have
As
to agree,
for
they're doing really well.
As for Preston North End, mid-table, struggling a little bit for form, but they'll be alright. They're down in 13th place, so they should be plenty fine. Former leaders, Norwich City, who were top coming into the game at the weekend.
Losing
Lost
1-0
1-0
to
at home to Millwall. Tammy Abraham with a 73rd minute goal. Surely, if you're top of the league, you don't want to be losing games at Millwall. Especially at
Millwall.
home. Nothing against Millwall, by the way. Let's just
Nothing
point that one
against,
out.
nothing against Millwall, by the way.
No,
But
nothing against them.
But
But
it's not the
one
first
nil.
time it's been mentioned this season that Norwich are chucking away them wins that they should be winning. I mean, it's been mentioned on a number of platforms now by different perspectives from different managers that Norwich are the team that was expected to be up there. But they keep on chucking these points away, and sooner or later it is going to cost them, and it has finally happened. Fulham have gone above them.
But the other thing you need to see from that game is Millwall were bottom of the league. Sorry, they still are bottom of the league. In 13 games, that was their first win of the season.
Against top of the league.
Against top of the league. So as you can see, anything can actually happen in any of these games. So I reckon Norwich underestimated, the manager, to be fair, underestimated the squad. But it's still a very, very bad result there for Norwich. They keep doing that, they're not going to end up near the top of the league. Derby County had a draw against your Forest side. You took the lead in the first minute through Nani, mate. You must have thought dream start for yourself. But Yilmaz, the Turkish forward, equalised for Derby in the 25th minute. The game ended 1-1. Both clubs stay in third and fourth,
Respectively.
Anything to say for that game? Obviously, you were there, Hammer.
When me and Nick went into the game, we was expecting to win it. To be fair, we did think that Derby was going to be a team that were an achievable win, but they dug in. They got the point out of us. The stats read a very, very close game. I want to congratulate Mark. It was a brilliant game. Apart from that, um, that's about it. We move on to the next game.
Fair play, fair play. Okay, holding up fifth is Swansea City. A nice 2-0 win at Villa Park. Ishmael Sarr and Damari Gray with the 2 goals there for Swansea City. And holding up sixth place, I can't actually remember where it is, to be fair. Have you got it there, sixth place?
Queen's Park Rangers.
Oh, Queen's Park Rangers, that's it. Jerkoff with the 49th minute goal, 1-0 win against Leeds United. Can you see any of their sides as challenges this year for the top six? Because obviously the top 5 at the moment is separated by 2 points.
Okay. The top 5 are separated by 2 points. What if I told you the top 8 are separated by just 5 points?
Exactly. Anything can happen in this league, really.
When you go from 4th place, which is Nottingham Forest, down to 8th place, which is Stoke City, there's only 3 points between 4th and 8th. So anything can happen. I think the top 8 right now are the teams that everyone's going to be really watching. There's a gap starting to form from then on, dropping points. Who down there could really keep up? Can Leeds push? Maybe. Hull shouldn't be so far down. Aston Villa are having a shocking season, but that top 8 right there, I think, are going to be where everyone's going to be watching.
It's going to be a very exciting finish to the league. Looking at the bottom of the league, Millwall, Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday, all 3 at the bottom. Sheffield Wednesday, no wins in 13 games, 6 draws.
They're becoming the draw specialists, didn't they?
They've only conceded 18 goals though in 13 games. That's just over 1 a game, to be fair. That's not that bad. But still, there's a massive 5-point gap then to Aston Villa, 2 points to West Brom, and then 2 more points to Hull City. Obviously, some of those teams shouldn't be down there. Maybe they'll change their season rounds. We'll have to see. We'll just round off the rest of the results. West Bromwich Albion 0, Hull City 0. Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 1. Braithwaite scored in the 43rd minute. Ivanisev equalised 1 minute later for them. Ipswich Town, obviously, in the bottom 3, hammered this week at home. 4-0 by Sheffield United. Alvaro Mendran and Carlos Tevez both with doubles. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bristol City 1. Facuna Ferreira with a 32nd minute strike to sink the Owls. And Rangers, the only Scottish side in this league, 1, Stoke City 2, Fletcher City and Toko Ekambi, whoever the hell he is, never heard of him.
Villarreal 26-year-old.
Oh, is it? Fair play. And Lisandro Lopez with a 15-minute goal for Rangers just was not enough at Ibrox. So fingers crossed season for some of them. There's a lot of teams need to be pushing, a lot of teams that are struggling in there, to be fair. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be close. It's going to be a very interesting league to watch that one.
Well,
Now we're moving on. Top 7's always going to be close.
Yeah, the top 7
give it a few more weeks and we'll see if anyone's starting to pull back.
Yeah, I'm on to Division 3.
Yeah, Division 3. Do you want to talk this one through?
Alright.
I know you're waiting for this one.
Alright, I do like a bit of the older Division 3, I do. So, we start off with, at the top, Reading, and they're leading now by, they're leading by 6 points already, a 6-point gap at the top, already starting to show. They this week took on Scunthorpe United, who came out with a shock 1-0 win against Reading. So Reading lost themselves some valuable points right there. They could have been 9 points clear at the top if they won this game. Reading went into it 4-2-4, so they're mothering that same formation that the top boys are mothering at the top of Division 1. Coming out with it with 58% possession, 21 shots, 9 on target compared to the 9 shots on target and only 9 shots and 2 on target from Scunthorpe United. Who's the Reading manager again? I forgot.
That's me. That's what I thought I'd let you speak it. Because I you'll be dying to talk about this one.
But you're doing a good job at Reading, but surely that was a shock result for yourself.
To be fair, we changed a few things around. We had a decision whether we go for Shields, Cups or League. And I thought, to be fair, we're 6 points clear. Well, we were 6 points clear going into the game. Still 6 points clear now, which is good. But we did give some youngsters an opportunity. Pongragnic come in. I think Yang started as well. Trupe started at right back. Obviously, we got Southampton on Tuesday, so we had to change it around. But yeah, there's fair play to Scunthorpe. They come to our ground down to Majeski and they beat us 1-0 in front of a record crowd as well, which would be embarrassing. But yeah, to be fair, I'm being very impressed with our goal scoring. Obviously, 34 goals in 13 games. It's nearly 3 a game. We've only conceded 4 all season. So I still can't see anyone catching us or coming anywhere near us. So I still think it's going to be an easy victory for the league.
Mm.
That's just me being embarrassing.
So then, we'll move on to Southend United versus Barnsley, who Southend being the team that sit in second place, the team just behind your Reading, moving up to second place with this win. Coming away 2-0 winners with Xavi scoring on the 18th minute and D'Alessandro, the Argentinian attacking midfielder, scoring on the 46th minute. That's a good little result there for Southend, who are overachieving from what we can tell so far this season.
To be fair, they've got a good defensive record. They've only conceded 9 goals, so they're second lowest behind Reading, of course. They've got the second best goal difference. And Barnsley was one of my picks to be in the top two battle this year. So to come away with that, you've got to give plaudits, to be fair, to the Southend man. He's doing an absolutely amazing job down there. I have no idea who the manager is, by the way.
He is someone that I am fully aware of who he is, so I am keeping my eyes on the competition around here, and I would to give a shout out to Glenn. He's a good manager.
Yeah.
Personally aware, so Glenn, there's your shout out from Hammer, mate.
Yeah, so yeah, I reckon he's going to have a good season. It's going to be tough to keep top 2, especially with all the teams around, but yeah, I think he'll do a good job. He's a good manager down there. What about the team that was in second then? Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers. Who was they playing? They were playing Plymouth. What place are Plymouth in?
Plymouth, Anderson Colas is the manager, and they were in the bottom three going into the match.
Well, looking at statistically wise, Bolton came into the game 3-4-3. Very risky move. They went attacking with that, while Colas went with his 4-2-3-1, trusted formation of SM. Went with his attacking and came away with 72% possession against a team that was in the top two at the time.
Yeah.
26 shots compared to the 7, 12 on target compared to 3. Then you read that Plymouth came away 5-1. 5-1 winners. Yeah, it's a dream result for Plymouth. You've got to say it like that. They move up to 15th place.
Yeah. To be fair, Bolton did take the lead in the first minute.
I know.
Abasti scored the goal, and then they got battered. Denisev, McNally Torres with a double. Kleb rolled back the years to get a goal, and Pacheco, Henrique scored the fifth. But to be fair, that's a massive result for Plymouth there. Huge.
Huge result in their chances of survival this season. Picking up them vital wins against teams that they shouldn't be it's a great result for any team down in the lower parts of their league. And then we move on to Birmingham City, who sit in.
With their very, very outspoken manager, thumbs up, by the way. I just find that one out.
We do love a bit of thumbs. They played another Scottish team this week in Aberdeen, who's a Scottish team of Division 3. Game finishing 1-1. Arguably Birmingham City salvaging operation on show after they went 1-0 down in the 31st minute.
Yeah.
Uh,
McGuinness scoring the goal there. On McGuinness scoring the goal there for Aberdeen. Birmingham have got a good side, but he's very inconsistent, Bums. But then Aberdeen in 8th place, 1 point just outside the playoffs. Again, that playoff position place is going to be very, very anyway. People need to start picking up points. There's not many draws in this league. If you look at the top teams, there's only a few draws out of all the top sides. But yeah, and again, like the rest of the leagues, it needs a few more weeks to actually pan out. I can see Birmingham staying in the top 6. I can't really see Aberdeen making it, personally. But hopefully there's something to prove.
There's two. Okay. Yeah. I would say Aberdeen punching top 6. But then you have to look below them and you see Sunderland are just below them. And then again, it's Aberdeen in a better position than Sunderland financially, probably not. Then we're on to 5th place, Wigan.
Good old Wigan Athletic down there. Good result, I think.
No, they was playing Shrewsbury Town. You got the Wigan manager so happy for a second.
I did. I was trying to praise him out, obviously. Then I looked at the result and realised it was wrong.
Harvey Taylor, a cracking manager. A very outspoken manager as well. He's a good little manager, Harvey is. If I'm correct, it was 3 English players that scored for him. Yes, it was.
Jarvis and Sidwell. 3 players. Shrewsbury winning 3-1 at Wigan Athletic. But to be fair, that pushes Shrewsbury just on the outskirts of the playoffs as well. So it gives them a massive opportunity.
They came away with 56% possession. Brilliant play by Shrewsbury. Where are they in the league? They're 7th place. There you go. They're only 3 points now behind Wigan after that. And they've got a better goal difference.
Especially after Wigan as well did win their last 4 out of 5 matches.
And Shrewsbury had lost their last 2 games before that game, so it's a good little result for Shrewsbury to carry on pushing up the league.
We're back up the league. Now Kilmarnock, bottom of the league, no wins. Feel really bad for them.
Who was they playing?
Charlton Athletic at the Valley, long travel down south and it down to London.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
They're getting
yeah,
a nice little clean sheet from that game though. Does the world of confidence for their goalkeeper.
but
But
still,
they
only
have
three
got,
draws this season.
but they have gone very defensively into this season. So their manager must have been looking at that table, getting a bit scared when he saw the teams around him, and has thought, hold up, every team's now going to be a really competitive team against him. If you say 4-5-1, right, 4-5-1 is a good formation for defensive wise. That's the type of formation. If you're that manager, you have to think, okay, who's the teams at the top? That's the teams that I need to defend against. So let's use that formation against the teams like, i.e., Bolton Wanderers and the Birmingham Cities and the Readings. And then when you then flip it and go, well, Charlton Athletic are a mid-table team, so that's a team we can actually have a chance against. You've got to change it up, and you've got to go with at least just four at the back for a game like that. And I think they chucked away a good opportunity of picking up some valid points in this game.
But still, if you actually look at their stats this season, Kilmarnock, 13 games, no wins, 3 draws, and only 2 goals scored in 13 games. You know, defensive won't work, defensive won't get you wins, draws won't keep you up. In a league like this, it's cutthroat at the moment. They need to start scoring. They're 9 points from safety already. And if they continue like that, I can't see them staying in this league.
Could be one of the
And to be
lowest
fair, to be fair,
amounts of points tallied in a season. If you say 38, 39 games a season,
yeah,
we're about quarter of the way there now. Well, we're
but
good.
just over
We're,
quarter of the game, quarter of the
yeah,
way.
just over a quarter of the way. So you triple that, 9 points in a whole season.
And only 6 goals scored in the whole season as well. You know, that's poor. And even if you look at the team above them, Rotherham, still the same. They've only scored 3 goals in 13 games.
But they have a win.
No, they have 1 win, 2 draws. But still only 3 goals. That must have been a 1-0 win.
Mm.
Uh, but obviously this week, Rotherham lost 2-1 to Hibernian.
So there's one of their
Slivka
goals
and
right there.
Hannon scored for Hibernian. Robertson pulled one back for Rotherham. But still, 3 goals is not enough in 13 games. Something needs to be changed for the
Past
Rotherham
six
manager.
games, only 1 point picked up, and that was a draw.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
reckon they're both? Do you reckon they're both in trouble for the season?
I think they're in huge trouble, but then you look just above them, Blackburn. Who's their
And the other
manager?
side shouldn't be down there.
Oh, and how I've talked about this manager in the past and said how good he is as a manager.
Ooh, who is it? Go on, shout out.
Dazza Russell, what are you doing, mate? I'm gonna shout you out right now, mate. Bit of a hammer talk here, right here. Me and you go way back, my friend. And I know you watch these videos, and I know you're gonna get right into this one, and I definitely expect a response here, mate. Get your team out of that relegation. I see you on the news feed all the time. I know you're doing your stuff, mate. So come on, show me some love for that team. Show me some love and show me you can beat that relegation zone, mate. That's a personal request from me to you. Beat that relegation zone, mate.
They did take the lead though, to be fair, at Sunderland through Walker, 11th minute. But then Gillette and double from Paulo Guerrero helped Sunderland to a 3-1 win. Sunderland is still a little way out of the playoffs yet, but Blackburn in a bit of trouble down at the bottom of the league. Just above them, just on the outskirts of the relegation zone, sorry, is Peterborough United.
12
The
points.
Posh lost this week 1-0 to Portsmouth, my hometown team, to be fair. Marchino was the goal scorer in the 82nd minute. A bit of a blow, 8 minutes from time to concede a goal, but again, Peterborough need to start picking up points or they're going to be dragged into the relegation zone.
Hmm.
Not
Yeah.
much to say there.
Good result for Portsmouth. Picks them up to 12th place. Keeps them in touch with that top six as well. They're not that far behind them, to be fair. I think there's only 5 points between 6th and 12th. So it's a very compact league when you put in perspective. That I think is only about 10 points between the top and the bottom of the league.
And the only game we have missed out on that is Heart of Midlothian, Hearts 3, Bradford City 3. Probably one of the best, exciting football matches of the weekend. Joe scored in the 8th. Surrey in the 28th equalised. Killigan then gave Bradford the lead just before half time in the 35th minute. Manu Garcia made it 3-1, but Hearts pulled back really well, to be fair. Asano and Demeto with the 2 goals late on to make it a 3-3 draw. Hearts do have a tendency to pull things back quite late, and they're doing quite well, to be fair.
Mhm. Kev must have been licking his lips when his team went 2-0 up, but David pulling his team back again, the possession wise. Bradford, it was their game to lose, and they give up that 2 goal gap that every team dreams of getting in a game. It was the 4-4-2 versus 4-2-3-1. Both managers going into the game attacking. I say well done to Hearts on that game.
Both come out with a nice point each on that one. Okay, we'll move on to Division 4, the last division we've got in the league. First, a shout out to Rob Harris at Crusaders. 5 points clear now. Massive run they've got going on at the moment.
39 goals scored and only 10 conceded.
That's a very good performance today. Obviously, the weekend, they actually come from behind against St Johnstone, come in to give St Johnstone the lead after 2 minutes. But a Nakamura double, Dominic Solanke and Ricardo Fernandez puts Crusaders with a 4-1 away win in England. To be fair, 11 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 13 points. Must be league over, mustn't it?
Let's have a little butchers. Who's really there? Uh, Hamilton might stay there or thereabouts with them, but apart from them two, I think mm, maybe a couple of other teams might sneak their way in. But Crusaders, I think it's theirs to lose that top 2 now.
Well, Hamilton Academicals are in second place still. A huge win for them this weekend. 4-0 against struggling St Mirren. Paredes with a double, Plassi and an own goal from Donati. Really hammering the blow for them. Hamilton, obviously, on the backs of Crusaders, still in that second place. 1 loss in the last 6 games as well for Hamilton. St Mirren, obviously, near the bottom. 5 losses now in their last 6 games. I've no idea. I think they haven't won in the last 6 as well. They've only picked up 2 wins all season. So they're going to be struggling massively. Livingston in 3rd place with a nice 2-1 win over Shamrock Rovers. Santa Cruz and Castillo with the 2 goals for Livingston. Shamrock Rovers with Roberto Lopez with a first half consolation. Still, Livingston really pushing to try and get the win there. Obviously, 5 wins in the last 5 games as well. So this is going to be very, very impressive for them. Also going down the league now, we've got Bury City staying 4th.
Can't be looked definitely against it. That brings out really before massive gap starts. That's really the 4 teams there that you'd have to think are going to be challenging for that top 4 this season. I mean, Derry City 27 points at their first 13 games, only 2 losses in that time. Who was they playing?
They beat 6th place Ross County 1-0 at home. Shields with the goal. But again, that's a massive win for Derry there. And their form, to be fair, their last 6 games, I think they've won 4. Yeah, they've won 4 and they've drawn 2 of their last 6 games. That's huge for the Irish side. Can you ever imagine them in Division 3 though?
Oh, it'd be tasty to see a good old Irish side doing well, wouldn't it? It'd be good.
Also, in the top 6 is Glenovin.
Northern Irish side.
Yeah, and you really mixed it up with the big boys. Never thought they'd be up that far. And I tell you what, they had the biggest win this weekend out of all the leagues. Bohemian 2, Glenovin 5. Lee and Fred with braces, and Kubera as well with a singular. Bohemians obviously struggling at the foot of the table. Well, not at the foot, they're right at the bottom.
They're the lowest rated team in the whole of the league with only 3 points.
They're the strongest team, are they? They're holding everyone up.
But they have yet to draw this season. Take that as a fact. I think they're the only team in all the divisions not to draw. So you're guaranteed that there is going to be a winner when it comes to their games.
So to be fair, they're not going to win the league. They're not going to make the top 6 this year, are they? So the only job for the Bohemians to do all season is can they go the whole season
without
without drawing?
drawing.
We're gonna put it out there now for the manager and see what he can do. See if he can actually do that. Who is the manager at Bohemians?
I believe it is Danny Cougar.
Well, yeah, it's Danny Cougar. Yeah. So Danny Cougar, shout out for you, mate. Can you go the whole season without drawing? Doesn't include shields and cups. We'll see how good you can get on with that. And then, do you want to run down the rest of the results there, Hammer?
Alright, then we've got, obviously Cork City, who sit in 7th place. They came away, with a 0-0 draw against, Patrick.
We'll leave that one. We'll move on. 0-0 draws. We don't do on this show. We stay away from them.
Yeah. Then we've got, Motherwell. Have we covered Motherwell in 8th?
No, Motherwell and Dundee United. Dundee United with a 1-0 win with Billy King scoring the winning goal there. Dundalk, obviously with their new manager now, beat Dundee 1-0. Marcus Rosenberg with the 4th minute strike there. I did see something earlier that Chris Stapps at Wrexham. Is this the right league or am I in a different league? I'm in a different league, now. Yeah, Wrexham won. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm in a different league. Wrexham 1, Coleraine 3. Chimanga hat-trick for Coleraine. Luke Young scored for Wrexham. Coleraine winning 3-1 there. The last game we're quickly cover is Burton Albion 1, Burton Albion 0, Falkirk 1. McGee 85th minute strike gives Falkirk a nice little win.
Andrew Flint ain't going to be happy with that one.
No. So that's the roundup of the leagues for this week. Obviously, it'll be more organised next week. It's not that good. We'll quickly go on to the cups because, as everyone knows, it's Cup week this week, Tuesday.
Yes, it is. I believe it is the
Shield. Am I right?
second round. Of
Hold
yep, it's the second round. Hold up, is it? No, it's the third round. Yes, it is the third round.
No, I'm in the wrong one. Hold on. It's how organised. It wasn't very organised today.
It is the third round. I just don't know if it's the Shield or Cup.
SMFA Cup this week because I know my team's got Southampton. My worst enemy.
Got Livingston versus Rangers. You want to care to predict that one?
Well, to be fair, looking at the way both teams are going so far in the league, I can see an upset there for Livingston. Depends on how they play. I reckon Livingston will overturn Rangers. I reckon that'll be a massive little upset on the cards. Obviously, next we've got Bournemouth versus Chelsea. What do you reckon, Hammer?
It has to say Chelsea are looking to win that one. But Bournemouth might come up with an upset right here. I think Bournemouth might sneak it. A little 2-1 right there. A little 2-1. Get the old bookmakers out there.
Right, Scunthorpe v Leeds United. Scunthorpe with a good win, obviously, against my Reading side. A lot of confidence going in against the struggling Leeds side. But I don't think Scunthorpe played their strongest side against us, and I reckon Leeds will bounce back there. I reckon this will be a quite comfortable Leeds win, to be fair.
I have to agree with that one. I think Leeds comfortably about 2-3-1 maybe.
Sheffield United v Peterborough United. Obviously, it's going to be Delbon's first game in charge of Peterborough.
And Sheffield United just coming off the back of a huge win in the league as well. I think Sheffield United have got to be arguably too much of a challenge for him in this game.
At least to give him a chance to have a look at some of his players, though, see how well they get on.
It's a good way of testing without it being in the league. It's a good little test for yourself.
So good luck on that one, Del Bonds. Hope you do well. Next we've got 4th Division Shamrock
Rovers versus Portsmouth.
To be fair, I think it's just average Portsmouth win, to be fair. I can't see Shamrock doing much of a challenge. Then we got a big tie here. Big, massive tie.
Huge
Struggling
tie.
Arsenal. against Coleraine. Coleraine who won 5-2 at the weekend.
We're gonna cheer them on. We got the whole of us behind them.
At the Emirates as well.
It'll be a huge game for them. Huge game. This is what the surprise of the cup kicks up. It kicks up these little fixtures that everyone thinks is all one-sided, and it's the Goliath right there of Arsenal that are going to be sitting in front of them at the Emirates. Everything's got to be against them, and that's why you just got to say they gotta go and win it. They got to. They've just got to.
Do you not think that Ross's plan was to rest his decent players, his top-rated players, so they can win a cup?
This is the argument that every manager has. Has he gone out to win the cup, or has he gone for the league?
Only time will tell. I reckon that'll be quite comfortable. I reckon it'll be 3 or 4-0 there to Arsenal. Maybe more. Maybe more. Nothing against Coleraine, but I reckon Arsenal are going to play their strongest side. Swansea City versus Shrewsbury Town. So that's second division versus third division.
If Swansea rest players, maybe, but I think Swansea will comfortably win this one.
Yet another big tie. Fourth division, Derry City. In the league.
Welcome in the Yits.
The Yits have to go to that small, poxy little Irish ground. They won't like it. It's going to be a comfortable win, to be fair. I reckon Derry will push them hard. I reckon probably 2-1 or 3-1 now.
It'll be close, but I think Tottenham will have just enough to push them over the line.
Manchester United versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Obviously, third versus Man United play their defensive tactic against bottom of the league.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Brighton don't have enough for the league. I reckon it'll be Manchester United all over. Southampton versus Reading.
Southampton, Reading. Let me have a look at statistics. It's versus
that's my side. I forgot.
yourself. Yeah, you got a good old there. Reading's got the players to watch over Southampton. I think when you look at the form right now with both clubs, yes, Reading have just lost, but in their past 6, winning every single other game bar that. Southampton have only drawn 3 of their games in their past 6, the rest of them all being losses. If Southampton push hard, they might win, but I think Reading could cause an upset in this game. And that's just a personal opinion. I think Reading can cause an upset in this game.
Crystal Palace versus Derby. Palace obviously won this weekend. Derby drew. I know it's tough to call. I'm going to go for a draw. Just going to throw it and do a draw. I love me little draws.
Little 1-1.
Little 1-1 with Derby winning on penalties. How's that sound?
That sounds a good little prediction.
What about Birmingham and Huddersfield? Division 3, thumbs up. Versus Huddersfield Town, who've got quite a strong little side there, fighting in the top 8 at the moment in League Division 1. Any upset there on the card, or do you reckon Birmingham will go for the league rather than the cups?
If Birmingham go for the cup and Huddersfield rest their team, Birmingham have a good chance of going through. Because Huddersfield, you have to say, are still punching well above their weight in their division. And then, if Huddersfield go for the cup and Birmingham rest their team, Huddersfield are going to win. Huddersfield will outright absolutely annihilate Birmingham if it's their big team. But, if both teams rest their team, it could be a very interesting, strategically managed game. I think Huddersfield will win this 1-2-1.
What about Hull City versus Hibernian? Division 2 versus Division 4, I think, or Division 3. I haven't seen Hibernian all day. Yeah, Division 3. Again, Hull struggling. Hibernian, well, mid-table.
Could be an upset on the cards.
Could be an upset
on the cards.
Maybe Hull are going for the cup, though.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Bolton Wanderers beat Aston Villa.
Another interesting little game.
Villa struggling.
And Bolton flying high.
Yeah, I'm going to take a Villa win there. I think Villa will just sneak it out, to be fair.
Hmm. And then another
Liverpool-
really tasty fixture.
Yeah,
Really
not the
tasty
Nottingham Forest.
fixture. No, it's the Liverpool Patrick what?
versus
Oh,
Partick Thistle.
Partick Thistle,
Um,
that's it.
Division 1 versus Division 4 again.
Hmm.
Can you see an upset? Liverpool second in the league, Partick Thistle near bottom. This has got to be the highest versus the lowest ranking sides
Hmm.
in this. Um,
I think Liverpool will comfortably win this one, but it'd be good to see another small team do well win a cup game. So
it'd be nice for my team to see a big club get knocked out. To be fair.
yeah,
Lock the big clubs out, he beat the small clubs.
knock the
Best
big
way of doing
clubs
it.
out like this is the next game right here.
Yep.
Right, I'll leave
And
you to. Oh,
Forest, Hammers versus Manchester City. Obviously, runaway leaders of the league. 30 games, 13 wins, no draws, no losses, no nothing else. To be fair, Hammer, you can have Hammer, you can have Nick, you can have Stephen, you can have as many managers as you want. Man City have got 22 and 88 plus players in their squad. So whatever happens, you'll be playing a strong side. There is no second weakest side. There is no B side. I think Man City are going to win the triple this year. I reckon they're going to win everything.
oh.
But if you get up upset, that'd be huge because I think Johnny Carnage won't like that.
I don't think he'd like it, but we have arguably got a decent little team together for our B team. We've got players like Robinho and Jonathan Walters in our cup team now. Players like Lando Donovan in there as well. Anything could happen, but to be fair, we're not expecting to win this one over here at Nottingham.
You never know. All it takes is one shot, mate. One shot. Defend well, you'll
Well,
win.
we've got a powerful Portuguese defender in Diaz playing. I mean, huge upcoming defender right there. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the roundup for today, week 13 and the second round of the SMFA Cup, which is happening on Tuesday night. We'll try and get back to you either Tuesday or Wednesday with the brand new roundup of the Cup and the preview for the Thursday's games, as well as some massive fixtures going to happen in week 14. So from me, thank you very much. From Hammer, thank you very much, obviously,
From
Hammer.
Hammer, thank you very much.
And very much for listening, guys. See you
Speak to you
on
all soon.
Tuesday. Bye bye.